Coming up next, we're going to be talking about X-Men.
Hey comic enthusiasts and pop culture lovers, I'm Ashley.
Sup nerds, I'm Ryan, and together we are
Couple of Nerds.
Sup nerds, and happy Pride Month!
Yeah.
We're still going to be talking about the X-Men.
That's why I'm just like this.
But today we're talking about the comics of the X-Men.
Going all the way back to 1963.
Yes, and who created the X-Men comics?
Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, some of the most famous names in Marvel history. Although, they are not the ones that made X-Men what it is, and I'll get to that in just a second.
Absolutely. Both Ryan and I have comics, and my actual comic book my comic book box is actually X-Men stuff, which is all right here. That's my actual box where I keep all of my comics.
And my Uncle Mark also left me a lot of X-Men comics, including this one right here from 1994. That's almost as old as I am.
So do you know who the original team was in the comics?
I do, yes. The original team in the very first comic consisted of Cyclops, Professor X, Beast, Angel, Iceman, and Marvel Girl, who is basically just Jean Grey.
Yeah, she is just Jean Grey. So I was very interested because I didn't know that those were all it was just them at first. Because I always thought Wolverine was just with the group from the very beginning. But no, he came a bit later.
That's right.
Wolverine's my favorite. That's why I keep looking at Ryan's, because he has a Wolverine workout shirt that I really like that I got for him. And he and Wolverine have something in common because they are both Canadian. It got rebooted a bit, didn't it? What was what's his name? Chris
Claremont.
Yeah, Chris Claremont.
In 1975,
yeah,
they
it's
rebooted
been around for a while.
Yeah. He made it so that the mutants were a group that existed all over the world. That got people in, it got people to really relate to the characters, not just because they're prejudiced against, but because they came from everywhere.
They're outsiders.
Yeah.
And that's why I love the X-Men so much. Everyone can identify with that. That's a great storytelling plot. And that's why I love comic books so much, is because of X-Men.
Yeah.
The stories are so cool, and they have there's different storylines for a few of them.
Oh, I love the storylines, yeah.
Like I know that there's one of the storylines was the Phoenix Saga.
Yes.
There's the Phalanx Saga.
Yeah, the Phalanx, which is a really cool story about how there's some aliens that fight the X-Men, and then later on, the governments of the world, they want to use the alien technology against the mutants, but they don't really understand it. But they still make these machines to destroy the mutants.
It's kind of like a Terminator thing.
It is a lot like a Terminator scenario, yeah.
It's very interesting. I know currently in the comics right now, most of the mutants are actually on a special island, and the island is actually alive. And in a way, it's almost like it's a mutant itself. It's called Krakoa. And the cool thing about that is it's almost like a safe place for all of the mutant kind, because only mutants can go there. There was another storyline too that was really in-depth. That was Days of Future Past, wasn't it?
I love Days of Future Past. That was also kind of inspired by Terminator. There's like, the future is whatever you make it. It's not set in stone. You can make a better future.
Yes, you can change it. You can be the change in the world.
No matter how daunting it is, the future is up to you to be written.
Yeah. And if you're interested in getting some of these comics, go check out all of the comics at your local comic book store. There are plenty around eastern North Carolina. Go check it out, go buy some, and just enjoy the stories.